What's going on, guys? This is Snape here and I'm back with a brand new video. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about season 26 and whether it's been a good or a bad season. If you enjoy, like, comment, subscribe. Without further ado, let's jump straight into this. So I've got some questions that I think are going to be really helpful for kind of talking about season 26, and I have also gone on to Reddit, my Discord, and asked this question to a few of my friends and of course just random people in the public to kind of get their opinion of the season as well. So it's not all about me, but I'm going to run through these questions and kind of just voice off my opinion, and then I'm going to run through what other people have had to say about this season. So straight off the bat, the first question I have got is, what's been your favorite thing about season 26? And for me, hands down, the best thing about season 26 has been wildcard. This has been the best game mode that they have brought out. I was about to say limited time game mode, but we've had it all season and it's been the best one that's actually gripped me in and made me keep playing it throughout the season. The first split of the season, I literally grinded it so much until the last 2 weeks of it. I was there like, wait a second, I've not touched ranked. This is crazy. I think they were really smart at keeping kills and badges available on there. I do think a lot of people were very unhappy about that, but guys, it made a lot of people want to grind more and more and more, and that was so good. And there's a lot of people that I know, a lot of friends that have just been really pushing for kills this season purely on that basis. Now, that has definitely been my favorite thing, and I actually think that has probably been the highlight of the season. My next question is, who's been the most fun legend of season 26? For me, Mad Maggie's changes were awesome. I feel like she just kind of cleaned her up and made her even better than she was. I love the fact you can be aggressive now with things like SMGs. I really enjoyed running around with a PK and an R99 at full speed. It felt so good. And of course, her drill comes out even quicker now. It just feels like she's been tidied up and it feels so nice to play her. Mad Maggie is a great legend to play. I really do enjoy her. And she's one of those legends that I seriously recommend to people if you haven't been playing her, because she is so much fun. So yeah, for me, it's got to be Mad Maggie. Next up, we've got, how could season 26 been better? Now, for me, season 26, I do feel like it could have been a lot better. Wildcard has definitely saved the season, but in my personal opinion, ranked has where it has struggled. I have not been invested in playing ranked. I've really not enjoyed it, and a lot of the time it's down to not playing with a full squad. If I'm a solo or a duo queue player, it feels like you are getting very much punished this season because of placement. Now, I do not mind that placement is more important. I think it's very important. But now with the introduction of dropship, a lot more teams are staying alive for longer, and this does mean as a solo queue or a duo queue player, it is more difficult. And I do feel like they need to bring in something to make it fairer for those players, whether that is their own actual lobby. For example, you're only in a lobby with solo or duo queue players. I still think that would be a great idea. Yes, we don't have a massive player base, so maybe they would have to just take away cross-platform and chuck everybody in the same lobby, which could be a possibility. Or they need to start putting in a reduction of the entry cost for a solo or a duo, because at the end of the day, you are at a disadvantage and it does make you struggle. The other thing I would also say is, I do feel like they still need to be a bit more competitive. There's still a lot of people that are aping and throwing. If you maybe bumped up the entry cost, there's maybe could cancel that out. But yeah, it just feels like there's still a very much a full send season. I still want a more competitive season. It has been more competitive. It's on the right path, but I'd like to see it even more. And last but not least, we've got, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate season 26? For me, I'm going to be straight up honest. I think it's a 6 out of 10. It's not going to be a season that I'm going to remember. It's not going to be a season that I'll shout out and say that was an incredible season. At the end of the day, it's just going to be, look, that was the season that they brought out wildcard, and the wildcard was really fun. I don't think there's anything gripping that's going to make me really shout about this season, which is a shame. But at the end of the day, it's not been one of the worst seasons. You know, the meta's not been too bad. Okay, you know, DMR shotgun, yeah, a bit boring, but at the end of the day, it's not the worst that we've had. So I do feel like it's got to be a 6 out of 10 for me. But let's find out what people in the public were also thinking to my questions. Some people didn't quite answer the questions just in line, but that's fine. You know, just voice their opinion, and yeah, let's see what they had to say. First up, we've got Fee, who answered all the questions. First question, wildcard mode. Literally been the only thing making me want to play Apex, especially the Halloween one, mainly for the nighttime map, really. Second question, Caustic. I hated him before. I would only play him for challenges, but now I actually play him and enjoy him. Love annoying people with gas traps. Very satisfying. Also, it's great getting damage from traps since I'm pretty pants at aiming sometimes. Third question, maybe buff Loba instead of just making her skins more revealing. Love the skins though, but that's all that she's got going for her recently. But I just say that because I'm a Loba main till I die. And for the fourth question, what did she rate it this season? 6 out of 10. It was an average season, nothing special, but also nothing terrible. Great takes from Fee. I think these are fantastic, and yeah, not a lot there that I disagree with. Moving into next, we've got Resigns. The introduction of wildcards allowing people to jump straight into action. It's been one of the best ways to warm up now. Ashe nerf should have been done sooner. A PK nerf would make the meta more balanced. I've had the most fun playing Rev this season, to be honest. I'd say it's a solid 7 out of 10 this season. Once again, I fully agree with Resigns here. Revenant has been a great legend to be playing with, and yeah, Wildcard's a good game mode to warm up with. PK nerf should have been sooner, and of course the Ashe nerf definitely should have been sooner. Next up, we've got your study buddy who answered all the questions. Question number 1, they answered with Wildcard was their favorite thing of season 26. Second question, their favorite legend this season was Sparrow or Revenant. The third question, how could a season 26 been improved? Ban cheaters. It's insane. Bring back more rewards for kills in ranked, especially early on. Even if the upfront cost goes up, the new system favors rats and makes ranked less fun / rewarding. And for their rating this season, they went out with a 2 out of 10, which is ridiculously low. I'm really surprised by that. I know it's not been everyone's favorite season, but wow, 2 out of 10, that is brutal. Next up, we've got Avenge. I have no idea how to say that name. The DMR meta and the Caustic just snapped the fun out of the game. It's a 3 out of 10. Wildcard has been the only fun thing in the game. To be honest, even then, playing on the same map gets boring. Speaking of stale maps, I hope they add some more POIs to mixtapes in the future, man. That mode is withering due to the neglect. Bangalore is a joy to play because her passive might be a tad OP. Whoa, this is a great comment. Honestly, I really am for this. I do think the DMR meta has been pretty boring. Caustic first split did really drown the fun out of the game. But yeah, 3 out of 10, very harsh rating. I understand exactly where they're coming from with the map though. If you do keep it on the same map, it's gonna feel very stale. Let's make Wildcard more exciting than rather just landing in cage every freaking game. Next up, we've got Simple Match. Revenant was my main and will be next season. Love Wildcard, but mostly play ranked. Had to play totally different this season, and that keeps the game fun. It sounds like they very much have enjoyed this season, and they're not exactly a hater, so it sounds like they have put a big thumbs up to this season. Next up, we got the Search of the Nine. I found season 26 to be relatively fresh and enjoyable meta, even as an alter main rip, but there were some things I disliked. Map Pool has my 3 least favorite maps of ranked. Any season that doesn't have at least one of Stormpoint, Broken Moon, or World's Edge feels like a miss to me. Caustic is a very oppressive in Final Ring with him getting all the upgrades, and PK was fucking wild until the nerf. This was certainly way better than the batshit insane metas of the last few seasons, especially the support season. So they sound like they've actually have enjoyed the season. Once again, I do understand what they're coming from. I do feel like the map pool in the second split wasn't exactly the one. They could have definitely put some better ones in there, but you know, at the end of the day, that's just kind of how it kind of folded out. But yeah, I do think as well, once again, going back to that PK nerf, it should have happened sooner, and it's still way too strong even now. Toxicity, Wildcard was an excellent addition. Drop spots made ranked more competitive. Amps involved the inventory economy. All great changes, and I'm impressed with how Respawn is keeping the game fresh without adding Fortnite-style wackiness. RE45 was busted at launch, but they addressed it quickly. They nerfed Ashe and Alter back to reality. Peacekeeper is strong, but you know, want a fun gun like that to be strong. Gameplay feels fun and balanced. I do not play as much as normal this season due to IRL and the new Battlefield game, but that's not a knock on Apex. I didn't get the battle pass, saw some cool skins this season, but the store and events are getting kind of bloated. At some point they need to innovate the store, heirlooms, battle pass ecosystem. Overall, a good season for Apex. Once again, this is another really good feedback. You know, there's not been many people that have actually slammed it this season. A lot of positive feedback. So guys, there you have it. You've heard from myself and you've heard from the community's different opinions. I would love to know yours down in the comments down below, whether you want to answer those questions or you just want to voice your kind of opinion and you want to rate it out of 10. I would love to see what your thoughts are of season 26. I feel like I say, I don't think it's been one of the worst seasons. I don't think it's been one of the best. There's been lots of refreshing things that have been brought into the game, like dropships, like the amps, that have made Apex feel a bit more different than the past seasons. But I do feel like there needs to be more done still, whether that is changes to maps, whether that is going to be cases of bringing out different maps for like games like Wildcard, or you know, the map rotations games are just simply better. Nerfs brought in quicker, things like that. But yeah, guys, I really would love to see what you think in the comments down below. Let me know. But guys, I'm going to see you in season 27. I hope you have enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. See you all in the next one.